Okay, I want all of my subscribers and all of my viewers to take a look at this stock market chart. Look closely, analyze it, come to your conclusions, and then ask the question, has the stock market hit rock bottom yet? Well, let's take a look. Today we're going to look at a few charts here relatively quickly. First, we're looking at the CBOE Volatility Index. It's the VIX, VIX, or the fear factor. We're looking at a 2-year weekly chart. Currently, we closed at 21.63, but we've got this level here just above 25 that seems to be setting up. We go back into the correction in early 2018, we hit over 50. And then in the second part of the correction, we hit this area here, roughly consistent where we are more or less today. So in my opinion, we've hit the first portion, the max amount of volatility, but we're having some reflection into another portion of this move where we're going to have volatility. That's what we've been talking about for a couple of weeks now. Volatility. Let's move down here into the MACD. You can see that early 2018, that was the move. Now, here we are. The move, we're at or near the apex, and we should be curving over. So in my opinion, we're about at the max of the volatility, and things should be calming down into next year. Let's go to the daily chart on the VIX, and I'll show you more of the calming nature of the market. We're still looking at the VIX here, but I've changed to a 1-year daily chart. And again, you can see that we've got that level there, 25, and the close again, 21.63. We seem to be in this general area here. Now, we've been going sideways, and I think we're going to continue to go sideways just a little bit. But I think in the overall picture, we are calming down. And I say that simply because this was the maximum amount of volatility earlier there in October into November. And here we are now. We're just barely above the zero line. So in my humble opinion, we're calming down more certainly by the way the charts look there. And you go back here in early 2018, it was much worse in the February timeframe. And then the second part of the move was here, definitely a decline. So we've got a decline going here, and it's just simply going to take time before everything starts to become a lot more calm. But that's the direction we're moving. So just be patient and wait for it. So now let's go ahead and take a look at the stock market using the S&P 500. So sticking with a 1-year daily chart, but switching to the S&P 500 through the spiders, the SPY. The close on Friday was 260.47. And looking at this chart here, you can see that we've been in the general trend here, with that being the top and perhaps this being the bottom here. And we've been going sideways, hitting the bottom there and up and reflecting back down, back up again, and then reflecting down here. And I would imagine there's going to be some more volatility as we go through December with some end of the year selling. We actually may breach the bottom of this, but it's not a real big deal. The thing to take a look at and notice here is that we have not gone below that yet. Now, we haven't gone above here either. Let's just go back into early 2018 to see what happened there. We had the peak at that point. We declined down here. Then we had two tops right here and right here, of course, with the middle bottom reflecting down there. And then, of course, the second test down here. So let's see how that lines up with what we have here. Certainly, we had the top at this point here and this move down here. And then we have a double top there, and with the intervening move at this point, and then back down here again for another test. So what does that look like? Well, the smart ones in the crowd are going to say it looks like what happened back here. And you'd be right. So use that as an example of what we're going through. We're going through some volatility. We've got a double top here and looks like we've got a test of the bottom. We may have a third test, but for the most part, we're just trending sideways, marking time while the market gets used to all the information out there, and they'll figure it out that really things aren't as bad as they seem, and then we'll start to head up. But that is going to take some time into later part of December, perhaps in early 2019. But look at the prior occurrence in early 2018, earlier this year, as an example of what the market's going to go through. There's a lot of parallels. So for today, that's ChewDog Charts. Thank you.